Yo, testing with Space Impact, man. We live, man, Max, bitch.
What about now? She's closer to your type. Short and disfigured.
Ooh. Hey, that's decent. Hey.
You weren't really fucking with Blackie like that.
I got hitters and drugs, yeah, I dial 'em up. Go to toe with 10 niggas, just line 'em up. VIP while I walk in a heart.
Welcome back to Space Impact. You're here with Krish, Baby Krish on Instagram. Today we're here with Ciara Rose. Okay, so for people who don't know you or people who haven't come across you yet, how would you describe yourself?
I would describe myself as like an all-around creative. I do like everything within like creativity and entertainment, modeling, directing, styling, producing, DJing, recording. Yeah, I'm like an all-around creative girl.
So I saw in your story earlier you were in the studio. What was that about? Which part of your being a creative was that? Were you producing?
So we started off producing beats and then like also recording. So we haven't gotten to like the recording stage because I'm like a perfectionist. So like when I work on music, it's over like a long period of time, like a week to 2 weeks. I'm like perfecting the beat. Then like once that's done, then like I'm recording. So this whole week, like I've been in studio. Basically, like the first 2 sessions were like the beat making, and then yeah, now I'm like going forward with like recording. I'm like new to recording, so
What type of music do you make?
honestly, I'm like because I'm new to recording, I'm like very experimental right now.
Yeah.
I listen to like everything. So I'm down to like really just do like a different genre every week and figure out like my sound, my voice. Just be experimental, basically.
So you're really into exploring right now.
Yeah.
What would you say your top 3 favorite genres are?
I'm a underground hip hop rap girl. But I love alternative. I'm getting inspired by like the African sound, like Tyler's a baddie.
Yeah, period.
I recently like came back from Los Angeles, spent a lot of time there, got introduced to like new sounds there, like more of like a digital rave kind of sound. So yeah.
Okay, what would a normal day in LA look like for you
A
compared
day
to
in the
in South
life?
Africa?
In LA?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, like just connecting 24/7, meeting like so many creatives, cuz like in LA it's literally just like creatives. Music videos, networking, fashion, studios, like that was my life there. It was amazing.
Okay. What would you say the differences are between the industries you're in? So let's say fashion and music. What would you say the differences are between the music industry in South Africa compared to in LA, also with the fashion scene?
Um, the fashion scene in LA is low key like, I don't know, it's crazy. It's crazy because like people there are like rappers and like super high up rappers, like super like famous people and shit. So like they be big on that like designer, dripped out fully, like it's crazy. People there got mad swag. Whereas like here I feel like people got swag, but like they're also like there's more like niches here.
Yeah.
Like I mean the way that I dress and like the aesthetic that I have is like very like dark
Yeah,
and
like dark, feminine, luxury.
yeah, also
kind of.
like I'm very big on like comfortability and like streetwear, but I
Yeah.
also like to be sexy.
Mm-hmm.
So I like incorporate that, but it's mostly like a dark vibe, like either like all white, all black.
Yeah.
So like people in South Africa aren't really like on that really, except for like
Yeah,
I
just
see
like a
Rema be
handful
on that
of
shit,
people.
you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like South Africa's a little bit like behind,
Yeah, for sure.
but we're getting there. Like South
Yeah.
Africa's been going crazy. I'm like proud.
What would you say your inspirations are when it comes to fashion? Like, who helped you kind of inspire your style and just build it up?
I would say a huge fashion influence. Well, like my favorite brands are like obviously like Balenciaga, Chrome Hearts, mm, Balenciaga, Chrome Hearts, Rick Owens, people that like inspire me in terms of like actual like fashion people, Playboy Cardi,
Yeah.
like obviously Opium, Destroy Lonely. I really like Playboy Cardi's team, his stylist and creative director, Sex is Death. She's like a huge inspiration for me. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw on your Instagram you've got a few collaborations with a girl named Sabrina Nal. So what's your role in her photo shoots? Do you style her? Do you direct?
Yeah, so she is a very talented tattoo artist that also happens to be my stepsister.
Oh, that's cool.
So she's like been trying to build up her brand as like a model and stuff. So I've been helping her with like I do the shooting, I do the creative direction, I do the editing, I do the styling, set design, everything.
Okay, that makes sense because I could tell from your Instagrams that you have
It's the
very
same
similar
vibe, yeah.
vibes, similar style,
Mhm.
and all of that. That's really cool.
Yeah.
What would you describe your creative process as, especially in terms of your own photo shoots? Do you also style yourself, direct everything?
So like how it kind of happened was like I obviously started as like a model and I started working with like a lot of photographers, and I was just like always unhappy with like the way the shoot turned out, like in terms of like what like they would come with the concepts, they would come with the like styling, they would come with the location and like the way that they shoot and the editing and all that stuff, and it just was never really like my vibe, especially here in like SA, because it's not really like a big vibe here in SA, that specific style. So just like after doing so many shoots that I was like unhappy with, I was like, you know what, let me just like rather learn to like do everything myself.
Yeah.
So like I learned how to like I got into like I always been into fashion, that just like came effortlessly to me. I've always been like super creative in terms of like creative direction, and then like I always edit my own photos because other people don't get that like vibe that I'm trying to go for. So yeah.
Okay. Okay, so obviously you have a very specific aesthetic. What would you say the biggest misconception people have about you is, especially when they perceive you online compared to, meeting you in real life?
I would say the biggest misconception is like people look at like my IG and think that it's like dark and scary and like I'm like this like I don't know, I feel like when you look at that aesthetic, it's like a little bit like intimidating, and that's kind of how like people like probably feel when they see that, and then when you meet me, I'm actually like this like Hello Kitty pink
Yeah, you're very
princess.
you
Like,
literally have a Hello Kitty
dude,
tag on
I'm
your
like
back.
Hello Kitty
Yeah.
obsessed. So like I feel like that's the biggest misconception.
So would you describe what people see online as more of like not a persona, but obviously you choose what to put out there. How would you like define that then?
What do you mean?
Like, would you say it's more of a persona because, like you said, online people might perceive you as
I mean,
intimidating?
I wouldn't say it's like a persona because that's like really like who I
That's your
am.
style.
That's my style. That's who I am. That's what I feel confident in. That's what I like. But the misconception is like when you see that, you probably think I'm like this scary, like mean girl. But like in reality, I'm like total opposite.
Yeah. If you could collaborate with anybody, whether it's within South Africa or in LA, who would you collaborate with in terms of maybe photographers, stylists, brands even?
In terms of brands, I would love to work with Rick Owens. I would love to work with Chrome Hearts.
Yeah, I could totally see that.
Would love to work with Balenciaga. I would love to work with like some other cool like more like smaller brands that are coming up that I really like. I'm really inspired by like the like Asian fashion and stuff in like Korea. And then in terms of like people that I'd like to work with, definitely Sex is Death. She like does a lot of shit for Playboy Cardi. Super inspired by her.
Yeah, you mentioned her earlier.
Obviously Playboy Cardi and Opium. I love BK the Ruler. I had the chance to like
Really?
work with her in a music video. I was in a music video for her.
Oh, that's so cool.
So that was like a really like cool thing that I wanted to do really badly because I love her. Yeah, I also take a lot of like inspiration from myself. Like, yeah, myself. Like I inspire myself.
No, period, as you should. So in terms of, okay, how do I put this? Okay, where do you see yourself in the next, I don't want to say 5 years. I mean, a lot could happen in 2 years, even just one. Like, where do you see your career going in terms of your modeling career, your music as well, your creative directing, and all of that?
In the next 5 years, I see myself living in LA, or you never know, like, where that might take me. So maybe not LA, but like right now, maybe LA. Having like my blog page, I have a underground rap blog page that is based in America. So I really want to like do a lot with that brand. I see that brand being like very well established, grow like elevated from not just like promo posts and like Spotify playlists, but like introducing other things, making that like the next rap, like the next like being like the female academics, Blackboy Max, like yeah. Also like in terms of like the modeling, I feel like I'm at a point now where like I would maybe like to start my own modeling agency, and focus more on like the creative direction, styling, shooting for people, because I also do that, editing. And yeah, like I'll always do modeling because like I love that and it's just like fun for me. But I think in terms of like the future, like maybe helping other people do that and like just doing my shoots for fun. And then obviously like on the music side of things, like making music side of things, I hope to be like a very established DJ, traveling the world, DJing. I'm loving learning how to DJ. producing, working with like all these artists and people that I'm connecting with in LA. Yeah, getting my singing better, like hopping on the mic, experimenting with that, like living my best life, like doing what I love.
Okay, so you just want to be a creative.
Yeah,
And
like that's
yeah.
literally what I live for every single day of my life.
If there's anything you could change about the modeling industry, what would it be?
I guess like more agencies being like open-minded to like not just one specific look.
Yeah, like more alternative
More like
people.
more just like like just more versatility, seeing
Yeah, I
more of like
agree.
creativity, like people who like just more expressive, you know,
Yeah, I
like
agree with you because I think a lot of agencies have something against like tattoos and
yeah.
piercings and all
Yeah,
of that.
I think it's not really that they're like against it. I think it's just like when you have like tattoos and like stuff like that, it kind of like takes away from the clothing that you're showcasing, because
Okay,
like
that
people
makes
are more
sense.
concentrated on like your tattoos and stuff. But there's obviously people like who have hella I feel like once you just grow your like brand really big, like no matter what, people are gonna want to work with you, like
Yeah, that's
regardless
true.
of whether you got tattoos, piercings, whatever. But yeah.
That's true. Is there a concept that you've always wanted to do but you haven't really gotten a chance, or I don't know, you felt like maybe it was a bit too risky?
A concept that I've never gotten to do. I mean, I have a lot of ideas of concepts that I haven't done yet that are gonna be done. I don't think anything is too risky. Like I'm the type of person that like I'll go all out for anything. Like there's no like I'm not too worried about like anybody thinking some type of way. Like if I want to do something, I'm gonna do it. And like if you don't like it, you don't like it, you know?
Yeah, because you're doing it for you at the end
Yeah,
of the day.
exactly.
So, obviously you're I wouldn't say you're very online, but you are online. You know, you have you post and all of that. You have an online presence, and obviously, with being online, you get like a lot of positive feedback, but there's also a bit of negatives that come with it. How do you navigate that?
Like how do I deal with it?
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like I've gotten to a point where like if you are gonna hate on me for me trying to do something, then that's a you problem. Like I don't really like, not to say that like it's never bothered me before. Like obviously you read things, you feel some type of way, but like at the end of the day, when you go into like those people who have something to say that is negative, they're like on like what, like 0 or 10 followers. So it's like, who are you to like have an opinion? Like what you say is not gonna affect me in any way. Like yeah, I don't really care about it. Like you're always gonna get hate. The bigger you get, like that shit is never gonna stop. So it's whatever.
What would you say your biggest goals are in the next? Okay, not really the next few years, because I already asked that question. But obviously, I mean, I'm assuming you have goals that you'd like want to reach. Maybe it's working with certain people, getting to a certain number of followers, maybe.
Well, I'm really trying to like go study music in LA. To be able to like stay there, and obviously like I want to lock in on music every single day and get better at music. So like yeah, music. Yeah, just like perfecting my craft and like getting like really like blowing the fuck up out of like my craft, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I want to be traveling the world DJing. I want to be like working with like my favorite artists. I want to be like even in terms of like styling and directing and like music videos and all around, like, yeah, just like growing myself and like working on myself and getting better at myself. And if I'm at that point in my life, I feel like I reached my goal.
You're watching Space Impact. Shout out to Red Bull for sponsoring us. We're here today with Ciara Rose. We'll see you guys after the ad break. Welcome back to Space Impact. I'm Krish, and we're here today with Ciara Rose. So I wanted to ask you about your experience with living in South Africa and then moving to LA. Like, what was that transition like for you, and what's it like being back as well?
The transition was kind of like, it wasn't that crazy because like Johannesburg is like a really like popping city with like a lot of like creativity and shit. So going like, and also like, yeah, so like going there, like the transition wasn't crazy. Like I was able to like adapt really well. But like in terms of like the type of people that you meet there, like that was mind blowing. Like
What was
coming
that
from
like?
like South Africa, where like obviously we have a lot of really big people here in South Africa, but like when you go there, it's like a different level of like the type of people that you like can meet there and network with, you know? It's like it kind of feels like when you're in South Africa, you're like looking in on like the world, and then when you're there, you're like in on like what everybody's looking in on, you know? Like I was able to like network with people like BK the Ruler. She did a song with Montel Fish and Murder Beats, and we were able to like be in that music video, which was crazy. I networked with people like Young Fazo, which was like really sick. Also some like really like talented artists. Like it was just, I learned more about like different styles of music, like just being able to like literally go to the grocery store and like bump into like somebody that like you watch on TV, like that shit is crazy, you know? Yeah, like linked up with a lot of crazy producers, just met like cool fashion people. Like it was just another level. Like how South Africa is crazy, but like that is like obviously Hollywood is like where everybody goes to like become a star, you know? So like it was just like crazy to like just be able to walk down the street and like bump into like somebody that's like you listen to like on the daily is like one of the biggest like in the world, you know? Yeah, so that was like what I loved about that.
You mentioned earlier being friends or being cool with a couple of people in the music industry, like Not Benjamin and Young Durag. Can you tell me more about that?
Yeah, so Not Benjamin and Young Durag are homies of mine that at the time like I wanted to go to LA, and obviously like they were like wanting to like be pushing the same thing. So like it all aligned like together, like we were all going for the same purpose, to network, to like build connections and all of this stuff. So yeah, we all went together, and then everybody like just did their own thing and like made their own connections, and it was really good for all of us. We all went back again like separately and stuff, but like all went on our own journeys, and like Durag went crazy, made his connections. Ben went crazy, made his connections. I went crazy, like met mine, you know. So it was really good for all of us. Like it was a good move.
I just realized how I know you,
Mm-hmm.
and it's through Benjamin.
Really?
Yeah.
Where?
I think we've been out like maybe a couple of times together with
Yeah.
Money Badu.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I know you from.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were like my my homies, like not Benjamin and Young Durag,
Yeah.
before, like during the whole like LA thing. Before that, like that's why we were like, let's go do this together. Yeah.
So we're coming to the end of the interview. If there's anything you want to shout out, anybody you want to shout out, you can go ahead and do that.
Okay. Yeah, thanks for the interview. My name is Ciara Rose. I run a rap blog page called Lost Rap Files on IG. Tap into that if you love hip hop and underground music. Tap into my IG, Ciara Rose Official, Ciara Rose Official. I do styling, photo shoots, like where I shoot, edit, direct, everything. Tap into that shit if y'all want shoots. Tap into the music that I start dropping, and yeah, follow the process.
Thank you for tuning in to Space Impact. Shout out to Red Bull for sponsoring us. I'm Baby Krish. Once again, this is Ciara Rose. Yeah, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Was that good? Was that fun?